Hello everyone, and welcome to my simple Blender tutorial on how to make a stinger transition. First things first, we're going to select General, and we're going to split the screen up into smaller sections. So we're going to bring the mouse over to the bottom corner, and then drag it halfway across, and then drag it again but upwards halfway. Now, in the top screen, we're going to press the little camera symbol, and then the two circle symbol above. And then we're going to press Z, and then rendered. So that's now a preview window. With the one underneath, we're going to go up to the top left hand corner, click on Editor Type, and go to Graph Editor. We're not going to worry about too much with this in this tutorial, but it's always good to learn the setup. Next, we're going to go to the camera symbol on the side and go down to Color Management. And then from Filmic, we're going to change it to Standard. And then up to Film and click Transparent. And you'll see in the preview window that everything behind the cube is now gone transparent. Next, we're going to set up the output settings. I always like to get this out of the way first so I don't forget anything. Frame rate, you want to set to 60. Output folder, you want to change. If you forget to change it, it will be saved in your temporary folder. But we're just going to go with local disk and documents. Next, we've got file format, which we want to change to FFmpeg video. And then click on encoding. Container, we want WebM. Video codec, we want WebM/VP9. Then you'll notice it will change underneath file format to give you an extra option for RGBA, which is the one we need as it gives you the alpha background. And that is all set up, ready for when we're finished and we can render. Next, what we want to do is select the cube, delete the cube. Select the light source, delete the light source. Select the camera, press Alt R, then Alt G to reset the camera position. Press R to rotate the camera and type in 90, and then press X, which will center it on the green line. Next, click on the move icon, which will bring these arrows up, which just makes it easier to keep it on the line. We just want to move the camera back. From the next step, we want to go Edit, Preferences, Add-ons, type in Image, and then click to activate Import Image as Plane, as we'll need this to import images. Next, go to File, Import, Import Image as Planes. Find your image, your logo, or whatever you want to use. Click Emit, so it uses its own light source. And make sure Use Alpha is ticked. Import image as plane. And there you'll see your image appear on your camera view, as well as in your workplace. Now what we want to do is click on the green arrow and move your image forward towards the camera, or you can move the camera towards the image and bring it so it's slightly overlapping. Right, next thing we want to do is bring this little bar up here which is our timeline. We want to change the end to around 90 seconds. You can make it longer or shorter depending on your own preference. Now, this is where keyframes come into play. Keyframes are quite simple on how they work. A keyframe basically tells an object where it's meant to be and what it's meant to be doing at that time. So this is going to be a simple transition, so we're going to have it come in from the left, sit in the middle, and then move to the right. What I like to do now is start where the image will be when my scene changes over. So, I want to take the timeline pointer and bring it around to 40. Right click on your image, insert keyframe, location, move the slider again to around 50. Right click, insert keyframe, location. So that's going to tell it where it needs to be during our transition in OBS. Next thing, we're going to move the slider back down to 1. Next, we're going to grab the red arrow and move our logo slightly out of shot. And we're going to insert another keyframe, location. Now if we play it, it should come and sit in the middle. But next we need it so it goes off the other side of the screen for our full transition. So we move the slider over to 90 and we pull the red arrow the other way. So it's off the screen the other side. Right click, insert keyframe, location. Now, if we play it through, it should come in from the left, stop in the middle, go to the right. Now, with the graph, this is just showing you what everything's doing. You can have a play around with it. It'll change certain aspects like the speed it comes in at, size, and different points in location. But we're not going to really worry about this today. What we'll do is click normalize just to make everything a bit smoother. Now what we want to do is render this out. So we're going to press Ctrl F12 and let it render. Time will vary depending on your computer setup. We'll jump on over to OBS. Now that we're in OBS, or as I'm using Streamlabs OBS, we'll now put in the stinger. So we want to go to Edit Scene Transitions, Add Transition, New Transition, Type, Stinger. So now you want to find your stinger, which mine was in Documents. It may save under a random name. Select and open. Now to set the time of the transition point, for every 1000 equals a second. So we've got it changing about halfway through. So we want 750. Name your transition whatever you'd like. Click Done. Enable your new stinger. And then try it out. Perfect. Thank you for watching my video.
For me.